It has been a hell of a journey. But to tell it correctly, I'm just going to take y'all back to who I was before Symmetry. So, from San Antonio, Texas, lived off of Walter in Houston. If you don't know, it's the ghetto. But it was fun back then, I swear. I have a high school diploma, and I am proud of it. That's all I got. And I just remember 17 years old. I actually told my brother and my sister, I'm like, I'm going to be a millionaire. Why that thought was in my head, I have no idea, but it was. And that's where this journey starts. So I had a plan. I knew I was going to be very intentional about how to get there. And the plan was become an aeronautical engineer, be a pilot, join the Air Force. I already had done my 3 years in ROTC. Did I mention I graduated high school? I gotta bank off the one accomplishment that I had. 3 years, baby, shortcut. And I had a plan. I aced the test. They said, you can do whatever you want, Joe. Go out and do it. And I go take the physical, and they're like, yeah, no, you know what? Never mind, you can't go. You have flat feet. I don't even know what that is. Feet look fine to me. And the first time I heard no on my dream. So the good thing is I was willing to do whatever it takes to win at this game at life. And it was at that point followed the journey of where I was, the restaurant business, the corporate world. And what I quickly started to find out was if I had a W-2 position, I wasn't in control of my life.
That's right.
And, I was there 20 years, 15 of those 20 years to become a general manager from a dishwasher. Started when I was young, so I'm not that old. But I found out really quick that I was fighting an unfair battle. Has anyone ever done a self-eval at work? I still don't know what that means, because if you ask me, I'm worth a lot and I deserve a really big raise. And I just heard a lot of, you're not ready, you're too young, not yet. Even heard of, you should clean up a little. I don't even know what that means, but I heard it. And then all for what? A 2-3% raise every other year because there was a freeze supposedly in the company. And I did the math, Cookie. It was $86 a check.
Oh, wow.
That was good.
I was working my butt. Woo! And again, what I was just figuring out in life was what they tell you to do. Go get a great, a good job with a great company, get a career, work 20, 30, 40 years, and you can retire. And I call BS on that. So, I knew because 18 of those 20 years I had a 401k. When I left, I didn't have a year's worth of income in that thing. So, good thing I didn't stay. The good thing is I recognized it because I was willing to go do whatever it takes. 10 years into that career, I was like, okay, I got to go figure something else out. And I'm going to go chase the American dream, at least for me, which is owning your own business. So I've owned 2 car lots, car wash, franchise restaurant, donut shop. James is an expert donuter. And again, when I was just figuring it out, and what I was learning again was my feet were tied to my income. I was working 80, 90, 100 hours a week. And I still didn't have what I wanted. Everybody would come up to me and they're like, oh my God, you're doing great. You own your own business. You're being successful. And I was dying on the inside. It cost me a divorce. I gained 120 pounds in that process. That kind of success was killing me.
Yeah.
Literally. Sold everything after debt that I owed and loans. Ended up with nothing again 10 years after that one. The good thing is I was willing to go do whatever it takes. And that's where Symmetry came in this journey. So a phone call, a ZipRecruiter ad and a phone call from Mark. I showed up. Look, I was a little broken, but I hadn't given up on my dreams. I was still willing to do whatever it took. I just needed a place that allowed whatever it takes. I needed a place that didn't discriminate against who was willing to do whatever it takes.
Yes.
See, I was down but not out.
Wow.
I was still willing to go do whatever it takes for that little girl.
Come on.
Tiffany, Joey, Johnny, Sandra, with a baby Austin inside her. 389 pounds at that point. See, I didn't realize then that I was going to go on a journey here at Symmetry, and it was going to be a big old uphill battle. What I did know was, or I was finding out really quick again, was it was going to change my life.
Wow. Wow.
See, I'm not good at this business. If y'all ask me, I'll tell y'all, I'm not good at this. I suck. Okay, there's people a lot better than me. Xander, Elijah, James, Paul. I mean, they crush it. Val. Me, I'm just willing to go do whatever it takes for me to win here. And it was going to be hard. Yes, Josh, that means read books. See, my journey here, I wish I could have seen it. I feel like a dinosaur in the game. 6.5 years later, I came from running appointments in person, paper applications for the first app, supposedly instant decision, and man, I wish y'all could have seen me. I'm in my bedroom, dialing. I'd pull up, I'd work on my bed. I'd pull a dining room table. That's where I worked. I'd lock myself in my bedroom so that Sandra and the kids could have the rest of the room, or the rest of the house. My kids are loud. They're loud too. Right? And I just remember having to do thousands of dials to get the results I wanted. See, I was willing to outwork all my problems here. Is I was the biggest problem. See, where I was because of who I was. That had gotten me there. If I wanted more, I had to become more. Again, more books, Josh. Right? See, I laugh because everybody comes up to me and they're like, oh my God, you crushed it in production coming in as a new agent. When did you decide to build? I suck that bad. I'm like, I was building from the beginning. That was my plan, to build a business here. The only difference is I just have a really big cemetery in the back with a whole bunch of dead agents because I was a horrible leader. Okay? I was too busy being a great boss versus a great leader. I was busy telling people what to do versus asking them what they want. And, you know, one of the things I had to learn was if I wanted to lead an army here, I had to become more. I had to become better for them. And the really cool part is when I decided to make that change, because it took me 3.5 years to become an agency owner. And the day I made the decision that I just want to be better, and I started listening to what other people wanted and helping them accomplish that here at Symmetry, it got a whole lot easier. See, we've been able to build real relationships with our agents. And let me tell you, when you get to work with people you actually love to do this with. And when that happens, let me tell you, we have fun and we get stuff done is an understatement. But it was going to take more. See, work-life balance here is not I can take all the days I want off. Don't do that. Okay, work-life balance is I get to take the days off that I need, and I don't have to ask anyone else for permission. See, the cool part here was I had to be a better person. And at this point of my journey, it was just becoming or learning deferred gratification for myself in the home. See, I couldn't let the reason I was doing this for be the reason I didn't do this. Here, it took me to become a better father, a better husband, boyfriend, fiance, you know. Symmetry has taken us from taking maybe 2-day weekend vacation to being able to go on a 10-day vacation with like 11 family members on an airplane. Something I thought only rich folks could do, like Home Alone. Except we didn't forget the kids. We've been able to go, it's insane. We came back to more money in our bank account than we left.
Whoa.
Where can you go? I've been able to teach my kids basketball teams. I've been able to take our family to, feels like a vacation every other month. Half of them paid for because we earned them on a carrier trip. Thank you, carriers. I feel like Chris and Lauren Cook. I'm trying to catch up. It's just been a hell of a journey. The next one was, at this part, it was, I got to help others win. And it got a lot easier here. See, because it wasn't just me trying to figure this out. It was a whole team. It became, I got to serve people. Let me tell you, to want for people versus from people, that's hard. More books, Josh. Right? I just knew two things. If my home was right, doing whatever it takes got a lot easier. If the team was right, going as fast as we wanted to go, and doing whatever it takes got a hell of a lot easier. So in this journey, I'll be a little humble, and I was cell block 120. I was trying to beat Mark. I was trying to beat Mark to 130. The funny part is I never could, because I was still putting me first, and it was still being about me. Last year I was done with that. Last year I made the decision of my mission was going to be whatever it takes for everyone else to win. My mission was to get Mark to 130. My mission was to help every single one of y'all achieve your goals here. Now let me tell you, Spivey, that's the coolest place to be. Where you just get to help and watch others win here, it is amazing. See, when I made that decision, I went from cell block 120, 3 months after that to 125 to 9 months after that, 130. See, what I've simply learned here is whatever it takes is not just for me. Whatever it takes is for everyone here. And I just hope, my ask for all of y'all here is, now you know what me being willing to do whatever it takes for me and my family, and what has that accomplished us. I just hope now y'all are willing to go do whatever it takes for y'all. So who's next to 130?